Okay, baby, what did you do with all, what's going on? I mean, what did you do with all this stuff over here? What is all this?
This is bee farm. Yeah, you can still smell that swarm commander I put in there.
Okay, we have a lot of people in our followers that don't know what all this is. So what is this thing?
This is a swarm trap.
What's it for?
Well, when the bees swarm,
What kind of bees?
honeybees, the only bees you want. You don't want
Hornets.
wasps and stuff.
Yes.
But this is when you do get a hive move in, and then at night you close that off with the air holes. It keeps the bees inside, and then you can move them to your hive area.
So we are hoping to catch a swarm.
Well, it'll be up all summer.
Because this is a tree that they were in before.
Yeah, they've swarmed in this tree twice.
And sometimes.
Since we've had.
Okay.
And there's a lot of bees in the area. A lot of farmers have bees, but as a hive gets crowded, the queen will take and lay eggs that the worker bees surround in like a cocoon and feed it royal jelly and make a new queen. And the older queen takes half the hive that's getting overcrowded, and she leaves looking for a new spot to go. And that's what these swarm traps are for.
Okay, now what's this?
These are the hives.
Okay, is there anybody in there?
Well, there wasn't. I haven't got any bees in there yet. I baited them. With the swarm commander too.
Now we've had bees before,
But
guys.
I've got some hives, some bee swarms, well, nukes coming about the middle of May.
Now what is the nuke?
A nuke is where you take 5 frames of brood and old honeycomb and that, and put it in there, and you put a queen and some bees and let them build up, cleaning out the honeycomb and bringing in pollen and honey, and then you sell them. Well, so far I've got 2 people that I'm getting getting some nukes off, and possibly 4. So I wanted to make a setup for at least 3, and then we got to change that over there to the other frame, and maybe put that over here somewhere in case I get more bees than I'm expecting.
For the newbies, why do we raise bees?
Why do we raise bees? Because I like to watch the bees, and you get a benefit of making more hives, and the benefit of the honey. The honey doesn't do me much good because I'm a diabetic, so I don't really need it. And I'm not really big on it, but I can take and put the honey out there for the bees to use. And I take a little bit for Ruthie.
But we're not interested in selling or...
I'm not doing it for the honey.
We're not doing it for the honey. We're doing it for the bees. Because we want to pollinate our flowers and help the bee, keeping the bees alive, which is important.
And as the boxes fill up with bees, before they swarm, you want to put another box on top so they got room to expand. These boxes will probably be 2 high, plus a honey super on top.
So you're hearing a lot of things, guys, that are probably Greek to you in some ways, and some things you'll probably understand. But
there's more videos out there that explain it a little more than I do. I'm only doing it for me. I don't.
Yeah, no, but as the year goes on, you'll see the whole process with us, and you'll see what we're doing, why we're doing it. You can look at other people's videos as well as some of our videos to learn more about beekeeping.
This strap is only on there so that case a wind comes up, because there isn't the weight of the bees, the honey, the honeycomb. As the weight builds up in these, I won't have to put the strap on there.
Well, the point I was trying to make is this is the beginning of this year's adventure.
Yeah.
If you continue to watch some of our videos, you'll see how we're doing our bees and how we're cultivating them and how we're helping the bee community. You can also look at some of our older videos. This is on us, but then on other people, you know, learn as much as you can. There's tons of other YouTube channels.
And a lot of
with
people are
bees.
afraid of bees, so you don't.
Yeah, so there's other channels too, so check them out as well. But, you know, our adventure at the Popo Backyard Farm, you know, keep watching and seeing what Clay does, because every beekeeper, I think, has a little different flair, maybe. But that's what we're doing.
Everybody does different.
A little different. And they're in different states. Like, we're in upstate New York. So our big thing is to make sure that they do good all summer, and then
that they winter
good. And why do bees not make it through the winter, Clay? Usually.
They starve because somebody took all their honey, or they create their own heat by fanning their wings and that. And if you've got them wrapped up, it builds condensation inside the hive. That will kill your bees. All that condensation, because the bees get wet, they freeze and die.
And probably just like the chickens, because, you know, Clay has been farming.
You might take the top off in the spring and see you got all kinds of honey. But what happened is they got wet and it killed off your hive. So you got to let them take care of themselves pretty much. I'm not going to wrap mine.
No.
Because that's what...
Well, ours made it through the winter, except we had a situation, which you can see the electrician story.
Yeah.
But this year, we had to start all over because of some construction issues. But the thing I guess I'm wanting to point out is that just like the chickens and houseplants and things, I think fall and spring is a good time to really keep an eye on everything, because that's the time you don't realize is, you know, like Clay's been farming since he's been a kid. You know, he's had chickens and everything since he's been a kid, and like the chicken barn, the draft's what kills them. People try to heat them up and do things, and the same with the beehive. Sometimes you try to do things that's not natural.
I want to know if they needed a heated barn, and you don't need a heated barn.
Yeah, because the draft's what's got them. They you know.
You gotta keep them out of the draft.
Exactly.
And
so
keep them dry.
Sometimes you can kill them with kindness.
Yeah.
So it's like overwatering your houseplants. You know.
The bee ventures just started. Did you shut up?
Nope, I'm still talking.
We've got some bees coming a little later this spring.
You can see our video about the bees loose in the car.
Well, yeah, we've got a video where I had the van.
Look at Popo Backyard Farm and bees.
We were transporting bees from probably 20 miles away.
And the bees, and at that time I was terrified of the bees.
And the bees were getting out of the hive, and she was freaking, and I said, they won't bother you, the queen's in the hive.
But they were, oh, and there's different things, like the drones don't sting, right?
No, drones don't sting.
And the queen can sting repeatedly.
95% of the bees in your hive are all female. The only males that are in there are the drones, and they're only there for one purpose, and that's to breed the queen.
And once they're done with them,
once the queen is bred, she can lay hundreds of thousands of eggs and not have to be bred back.
No, but they throw all the males out.
Yeah, they kick the males all out in October.
It's just cute because they throw them all out on top of the hive.
And you have the wasps come and take the drones away.
So you'll learn about robbing, and you'll learn about queen care, and you'll learn about drones and nursing and all kinds of fun stuff. So stick around, guys, for the bee adventure. Okay, guys, with that, remember,
you too.
remember, big or small,
you too can be a backyard farm.
God bless.